Welcome back to OneTake Tonight. He's Reese, I'm Dan. What a week it's been here in the Bay Area. San Francisco got its own WNBA team heading into the next season called the San Francisco Valkyries. Lots of love for the new team name. Locals are excited, and there are even rumors of another expansion team owned by Harrison Butker called the Kansas City Homemakers. With their motto, women belong nowhere near a basketball court. I kid Harrison Butker. He really didn't say anything all that controversial. He just wanted to continue the great example of how to behave in the offseason created and led by his teammate Rashee Rice. LeBron James showed up to Cleveland for the Celtics-Cavaliers Game 4 matchup last week, in which the Cavaliers lost 109-102. When asked after the game why he was there, LeBron said, "It was nothing about me. I was here to support my former team, and Donovan Mitchell paid me to teach my best-selling off-season course titled How to Get Your Coach Fired and Take None of the Blame, a LeBron James masterclass." That one, I biffed that one a little bit. That's all right. Tom Brady came out this week and said if he knew how much the roast would have negatively affected his kids, he would not have done it. To which Ben Affleck then replied, "Bro, thank you so much for doing that and letting me bomb out there. See you at the singles dance next week." All right, we got a great show. Blogs of the week, what's in the news, and for the band, I fucked this one up.
It's all right.
I fucked it up. Producer, cue the music. Welcome into Blogs of the Week. Producer Reese, it's Asia Pacific Islander Month. You listed out the top 5 Asian things to do. Tell us about it.
Yeah, Dan. It was one of those nights where I was really thinking, it's been a while since I hit the blog. I should hit the blog right now.
Yeah.
And give, all my effort into this blog. So I didn't want to limit myself to one specific favorite category related to, Asian people and everything. Me being half Chinese, half Filipino, I had to give some
Filipino breakfast items. You went Japan's Cherry Blossom Festival. Give the people a little bit of a teaser.
Chinatowns, gotta love them. Been to most of them. San Francisco, LA, New York, Electric. What else did I put? Yeah, Japantown, Cherry Blossom Festival. Been there. I've been to that a lot of times. The one in San Francisco.
The people do miss your Japanese imported car there that bottomed out at any sort of road that had any bump on it. That was always classic, always good for morale. So shout out that car.
Those were the early producer Reese days there. I would give Danny Dowles rides to his old job in that one.
That's true. That's a fact. That's a fact.
But yeah, I take a lot of pride in not just my own culture but other cultures. Speaking of taking pride in other people's cultures. Don't
know about that transition there, producer. It's questionable transition, but we're moving. We're cranking, baby. We're cranking.
We were at USF the last couple weeks here. There's a lot of talk about protesters. Can you talk about
Danny Diaz went on a rampage with this blog, one of my funnest blogs. We were just driving by that a couple of weeks ago and saw all the tents on the quad there, and I was just surprised and wanted to do some investigating. So we're already suited up and ready to go with our equipment post Mavericks. We try to do a little investigative journalism. Nobody wanted to talk, and I was like, okay, maybe it's just it's the evening time. It's a little bit late. I get it. I'll come back tomorrow, and people will want to talk about what they are fighting for, talk about what they're protesting, and that was just not the case at all. We were completely thwarted. No one really wanted any free speech. No one really wanted any press coverage whatsoever. I was disappointed in the spirit of the protest, producer Reese, right? An actual protest, you want to mix it up with the people. You want to have some energy. You don't want to just sit around and do a whole lot of nothing in your tents that someone bought for you. It was just dumb. Yeah. It was low energy, and I was disappointed.
Weird experience, man. Yeah, it seems like the complete opposite of what I would expect a protest to be. But hopefully, hope they're doing well. I hope they made their move.
I do not hope they're doing well, for the record. I do not hope they're doing well. I hope I like that on the record here. I was just curious. I made a list of questions here. Whose idea was the origination of this encampment? Why at the end of April? Yeah. It just seemed to kind of pop out of nowhere across the universities, across the country. I joked in our last episode that it might have had something to do with finals. I don't know if that happened this week. But where are the tents from? They're all state-of-the-art. How does someone apply to be an encampment member? What if I was like, I want to be in the encampment? How do I go about doing that? Who's the main organizer?
These are questions we'll never know, Dan. So
these are questions, right? Who owns? Is this claimed property? And then they said last week, and I know I'm going off a little bit of a tangent here, producers. We want to keep it tight here on OneTake Tonight, but we're going for it. They were like, the university said we're doing, like, we're allowed to be here, and then they're battling with the president, Father Fitzgerald, and calling him out. I mean, it's bananas. The fact that they think that they have any sort of leverage to, like, make demands, that's what a lot of these kids use. They're like, oh, we're making demands to our university. Like, you don't own this university at all. You have no ownership stake. Your guests, your customers there, like the folks who are getting the checks from you are just saying, hey, thank you for the checks. Thank you for your $40,000, $50,000 per year. On to the next class, right? Thank you for coming in 3.5 month increments, almost about 7 months of the year total, right? It's bananas. It's chaos in the streets, producers. What are we doing out here? These folks think they're, like, protesting the Vietnam conscription in 1968. It's like, you're just out there doing a whole lot of nothing.
Hate to see it, Dan. Hate to see it, man. A lot went down this past weekend. Also, what went down this past weekend was the Fury Usyk heavyweight division
transitioning to a whole other topic there. But OneTake Media, we're all about just covering a broad range. Whatever the hell is happening, we're trying to cover it in some capacity. So we got protesters, and we got Fury Usyk.
Fury Usyk fight, man. 9th round stoppage. What happened there, man?
It was a good fight. It was a good fight. I enjoyed it. I was watching it. It was yesterday afternoon, and it was happening simultaneously as the Preakness, so I missed a little bit of the 7th round. Did enjoy the Preakness. I picked the Kentucky Derby winner. T.I. did not, so might mean that I know a little bit more about horse racing than him, but that's a topic for a different day. The stoppage, what should have been a stoppage, in my opinion, Dan Rayfield came on after, who's like a boxing expert, been writing for a million years, and he said that it was the appropriate, not a standing 8, but because of the fact that Tyson Fury was against the ropes, then that was the only thing holding him up, that the ref should have called it. He called it correctly for a knockdown. I had never seen that in the history of boxing. I'd seen standing 8s only in amateur boxing, so if you're really wailing on a guy, then you step in and you can still count. But in professional, it's like it should mean the fight is over. So in the 9th, it was technically 12-round decision, but it really should have been a 9th round TKO from Usyk to Fury. But it was a great fight. Other than that, I scored it 114, 113 for Usyk, and
electric. I think you tweeted that, if I'm not mistaken, too, right?
Yeah, I was tweeting it out to our 50 followers on Twitter. For whatever reason, we got no traction on Twitter. We got a little bit on Instagram, a little bit more on YouTube, but Twitter, not the platform for OneTake Media.
Yeah, shout out our loyal Twitter followers. They remember the Twitter Spaces, that we used to have.
We did have a couple Twitter Spaces back in the day, but it was a great fight. I mean, it's bananas to see. I guess the other thing is the Saudi Arabia as well. Maybe I'm just going at the Middle East today. This is like Dan is anti-Middle East. I don't want that to be the case. Don't want that to be the case here. That might be the theme of this episode. But it's like, it's just a different experience when it's in Saudi Arabia, these big fights. They've invested significantly in heavyweights, which is good. But I think they're trying to still figure things out production-wise. And it's like 2 a.m. over there. So like it's just a little bit weirder because everyone's like tired, I would imagine. The whatchamacallit fight from a couple months ago, the Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou, was like 3:30 a.m. local time in Saudi Arabia there. So
who the fuck is gonna watch that in the United States?
But
over here.
The point they do it is because in the United States, it's normal hours for us. So it's like afternoon in California, evening for the East Coast.
For a second.
Yeah, so it's like but at the same time, it does hurt the prospect and the quality, in my opinion, at least, of the production. So, love to have these big fights in Vegas. Vegas and New York City works for me. But if it's international, it depends on where the guys are from. So, good fight. Good coverage. Usyk won. Unified division, unified heavyweight. So, credit to him.
Logs of the week, baby. Thanks for the coverage, Dan.
Yeah, absolutely. What's next? What's in the news? Coming up. What's the News is brought to you by our friends at SkinTie. Looking to up your fashion game this spring outside of your next Arturo suit? Want to look like you just came from the south of France and or Monaco? Then check out our friends at SkinTie. I'm currently rocking one of their fabulous products here. We've done it before. These are electric. T.I. doesn't like them. T.I. doesn't like to cut ties with this because he's a little bit low class. They've got different colors, styles for men's and women's, and they also make these electric pants, right? Look at these pants. I mean, these pants are just They feel like you're not even wearing anything. These things are electric. Shout out to JT Holmes. Looked like he was wearing some SkinTie pants at his pond skim crossing last weekend. And Christoph, the creator, we appreciate you, man. So get them online at SkinTie.com. WNBA.
JT Holmes.
Yeah, shout out JT Holmes. WNBA investigating Aces deal with Vegas Tourism Authority. Las Vegas, Nevada. The Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority announced a deal Friday in which it will provide a $100,000 annual sponsorship to each Aces player for this season and 2025. The agreement was flagged by the WNBA. So this was pretty funny to me. There was basically like they put it on Instagram. Like the city of Las Vegas is just giving the players on the WNBA team more money, which is definitely a conflict of interest between like the employer-employee kind of fiduciary relationship between the WNBA and their players.
I can see how that would be. Yeah,
it like wasn't a sponsorship. It was just immediately the WNBA just like flags it, which I thought was very funny. So producer, I don't know if you have anything to add on that, but credit to Las Vegas for trying to get creative. I guess it's a very Vegas move because it's like Vegas, there's no laws really. You can just kind of do whatever. And they were just like, hey, everyone gets $100,000. And WNBA's like, dude, they're our employees, bro.
Yeah, producer Reese, big WNBA guy. Love my tall queens out there. Producer Reese is looking for one. So, if any tall queens and any WNBA, franchises you want to get with producer Reese, hit me up.
That would be pretty good to get. Dude, they should be doing some sponsorships with the Short Kings. The Short King community, bro. The fact that you haven't started a Short King community on like, I don't know how you do it. You do it on like a Facebook group or something? What's a good group?
Dude,
you got the Short King community
involved.
There's
got to be some more organization.
There needs to be a little bit more organization. Yeah. Your boy Brendan Rue is like kind of trying to lead the charge, but like, I don't know, you got to get in there some capacity. I'm just trying to think of like an equivalence. It would be like if producer Reese... Like, you went to some rival media mogul, media organization, and just, like, started accepting money from them for, like, no additional work or something like that. I'd be like, well, what the hell do you think this is,
Yeah. I don't know, man, but yeah.
Chaos in the streets. Biden-Trump trading barbs agreed at 2 presidential debates in June and September. President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump agreed to 2 separate debates. June 27th on CNN and September 10th on ABC. Setting the stage for their first presidential face-off to play out in just over a month. This is a wild move as well. Right now, it's getting towards the end of May, and the fact that we might have a presidential debate we're going to have a presidential debate in June.
Yeah.
They're always in October. It's October.
Wow.
You get them like, maybe like the first week of October, the middle of October, and the last week of October, right before the election. Now they're doing it in June. This has got to be some sort of situation where Biden, like the Democratic Party doesn't seem to be, they're looking for an out in some capacity. They have to be.
Interesting. You think so? Okay.
They have to be. If it's the beginning, it's June, like if say he bombs at the end of June, they still got July, August, September to like find someone else. Gavin could come in. Gavin's been not running for president for the last year and a half.
Right.
That's what it looks like to me here, producer Reese. So. And then I think Trump just wants to, Trump will take anything to get the eyes off his whatever political case he has going on in this city of New York at this point. But that's gotten all befuddled too. Now that's got all confused. The Democrats are doing a terrible job of controlling that narrative. It's a whole debacle, producer Reese.
Yeah, I don't have much to add to that, but I will say I'm a big RFK Jr. guy. So
yeah, you too.
Vote RFK Jr.
I hope he gets on the debate stage. That would be awesome. I'd like to see him out there.
Yeah, dude, I want to see him. Yeah, I'd like to see him let it.
I'd like to see all the boys out there mixing it up.
Yeah,
all the boys over 70. But the fact that it's in June, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
They're looking for an out. Biden did well at the State of the Union. That was like 2 months ago, and a lot can happen in the span of 4 or 5 months. He's trailing right now. Yeah. If he was smart, he would say, I'm bowing out. But it's already kind of late. They can't do a primary. It's too late for a primary.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're saying like he should just cut his losses like right now and then just like on to the next? I don't know how that works.
If he wants to leave the Democratic Party in a better situation, then he should not run. He's not... He just doesn't pass the eye test, unfortunately. as far as like
Yeah.
his ability to speak, his ability to. I mean, not like I'm passing here with my explanation, but I'm not running for president of the United States. I mean, president of the United States should be somewhat electric.
Right.
At the very least. Be able to
Yeah.
handle a speech. He spoke at graduation the other day. It was not great.
I hate to see it.
Not great. Not great, producer. All right, for the brand, we'll wrap it up. Welcome into For the Brand. Producer Reese, you got the topics. What are you talking about?
All right, Dan. How did last weekend go? Talked about Gaffney, Palisades.
You got to give a little bit more than just reading off the topics, man. God bless you. That was awesome, producer Reese. It was a fun weekend up in Lake Tahoe, the pond skim. We just released the video like an hour ago, and it was awesome.
That's electric.
It's a great video. I thought it was better than last year. I thought we had being on commentary with Scott Gaffney was super fun. I did really enjoy that. I probably talked too much there as well as maybe here, but I think there was a lot of good moments. Do you have any particular moments that stuck out to you? Any folks that dominated out there? I like the tandem wipeout with like the Noah Gaffney tandem wipeout was pretty funny.
I got sprayed actually, or which one was that? I think that was the tandem, the tandem crossing, the only successful tandem crossing. I got sprayed big time.
Those guys were good. Those guys, I think those guys technically won it. So credit to them.
Yeah. No, that was probably my top moment. And then Scott Gaffney calling me out. That was actually pretty funny. That was a highlight of my day.
That was super funny. Yeah.
Other than that, I look forward to hopefully covering the next one.
Kelly Slater liked our reel. That was pretty cool. Kelly Slater, the greatest surfer in the history of surfers, one of the greatest surfers, not just surfers, but greatest athletes of all time. He's been in the game for coming up on 40 years. He's like in his 50s. So he liked our reel. That was cool. I enjoyed that.
That's up there with moments like with Sammy Adams following us.
Sammy Adams following us is maybe the greatest. Julian Edelman liked one of our reels. Yeah, Brendan Schaub liked our story one time. I don't really like Brendan Schaub is that one. I don't understand how that one happened. That was weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
rumors.
Yeah, Mavs Awards was.
Mavs Awards was fun.
Mavs Awards. Dan showed up. Producer Reese showed up. It was electric, man. Shout out. I'm done with the shout outs.
Yeah, your brain is just your crutch is the shout outs, huh? The shout outs and the short kings.
It used to be the was it the you-knows?
You still say you're the king of
Yeah.
But it's all right, we're a little bit fried. It's Sunday night, it's pretty late. And I think we just kind of wrap this one up here. TI reunion. Yeah. But Mavs Award was awesome. It was hype. It was they built an awesome community. Kuvlia is he's a great marketer. He's the man. He's got a great vision. He is. I do admire that guy significantly. So
great guy, yeah. Him and Jeff.
Yeah, and they play well off each other. It's a classic kind of CEO COO vision there. Jeff's more the operator. He wants to talk about the surfing, about the wave, and Chris has the overall vision. So and they got Mike. Mike's coming in and making it happen with the logistics and getting the boys out there and I like that team a lot. So if we can contribute in whatever way, that's awesome for us. TI reunion, there's rumors of a 30 for 30 documentary coming up called What Happened to OneTake Radio. That'd be pretty funny.
Yeah, I'd love to see that.
That'd be pretty funny. We'd have to edit it up. I have a couple ideas there. Getting some Sartoro suits tomorrow. I haven't seen TI in like a year. The debacle of what was it? The Golden Gate Fields there.
Golden Gate Fields.
Gate 2023. I haven't seen him since then. It's almost a year ago. So
that day sucked, bro. Yeah, that was a terrible day. But we got to go to the turf club.
It wasn't a terrible day. I think. It was just.
No,
it was just
I actually
funny.
I had to dump my pants that day. That's why it was bad for me, and that kind of brought the morale down a little bit.
I was pissed that day too. I just when we get up to film something and then we don't end up filming it, that always brings me down because I just always get so much of my juices flowing to want to film, and then if folks, especially because they were like, and then I was talking to them the whole week, I remember, and then the last minute they were like, actually no, we can't film, and then the week after they were like, we're closing the whole all of Golden Gate Fields. And then I was like, okay, I guess that's why. But then at the same time, it's like if they didn't want us, at that point, it's like who gives a flying FUCK? right? It's like
yeah, they should have just let us fucking film, dude.
Yeah, crazy. Stockton, Nate Diaz, fight pushed, E-boy haircut. What's going on with producer Reese right now? Talk to your people. Talk to your boys in Stockton.
Yeah, dude. I actually don't know why the fight was pushed. I know Nate Diaz was out in San Jose yesterday with his whole NDA squad. He had one of his boys had an amateur fight there, so he was there. I don't know if he's been training hard. I don't really see him at his gym that much. To be fair, I go to the one in Lodi. He has his own gym down in Stockton.
Oh.
But yeah. Anyway, yeah. Producer Reese, E-boy haircut. Not a great situation right now. My only move to fix it is just grow the hair out right now. So
I think you're kind of rocking it. I think you might have to keep it.
We'll see, man. Potentially.
There's rumors that it came up in your last performance review if that ever gets released, but you're probably going to squelch that, like you squelch a lot of your documents that don't make you look good.
Is there even proof that we had a performance?
You'll probably squelch this one as well with your poor performance here tonight.
I got to show the people, the truth, how bad producer Reese did tonight.
So
it's all right though.
It's about that one take mindset. How about Portnoy stealing our music for one take tonight?
Dude, I think
our transition music. I was like, I've heard that music before. We've only done 4 episodes of this, and for his Davey, I can't remember what it was. When he was talking about investing, and he was talking about the crypto kitty guy who came back, which is awesome. Dave doing the Davey Day Trader is just funny. The guy's just the best. He's the funniest. He's the most consistent. He's the funniest motherfucker around. He's just the best. So the fact that he thought that the music was similar to or not similar, but he was like has similar taste in music. I'll take that as a win for One Take Tonight.
Or producer Reese conspiracy theory. I think after your and Dave's interaction in Arizona for the Arizona Bowl, I think he sneaky likes us. So I think he's been doing some hardcore investigation on OneTake Media. I think he's been sneaky watching our videos, sneaky liking our reels. That's just the theory though. That's just what's up in the air.
He very well could have said, "Oh, this is the next iteration of me. I gotta hack his brain and think about what I would do if I was 30 again and not 50." So he very well could be watching us and saying, "All right, who are these kids coming up out in San Francisco?" Very well could be. Yeah. Don't hate that, producer Reese.
Just a theory.
We'll see you next week for One Take Tonight. Signing off. This episode's terrible, huh?
Yeah, I'm not feeling electric right now.
Yeah, this episode's horrible. This is our worst episode we've ever done. We might have to throw this one out.
Definitely feels like it a little bit, yeah.
This is terrible. I think it's because my brain's not working. I haven't eaten in 3 days, so this is a terrible episode.
No, I'm not good either right now.
Yeah, you suck. You're sucking. You're adding nothing.
I'm terrible. Yeah.
I think we're just kind of cooked, if we're being honest. I think we're just kind of cooked. We've been kind of getting after it, credit to us, for the last 3 days.
Bit, Yeah, hustling on the, full video, but we're still trying, which is good.
No, we're mixing up. But this is not our best episode. Kind of sucking.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great.
But the thing is that we might put this behind the scenes in there so it actually makes it seem somewhat funny.
Okay, I'm with you.
I think that's the only angle here because this episode has sucked. So it's like
I think people, yeah.
So it's how do we throw people, give them a little curveball?
Yeah,
because this has not been good.